Hey y'all, welcome to Crepe Myrtle Row. My name is Lisa. Today I have a huge thrift haul for you guys with some amazing pieces I could not believe I found. So if that's something y'all are wanting to see, then just stay tuned. All right, the first incredible find that I found was these bowls. These green bowls are absolutely amazing. As y'all know, right here on my bar, if you watched my kitchen and dining room tour video that I put out about a month ago, I think, you'll see down here on my bar is my collection of the blue cherub. I don't remember what they called or if they're actually called anything because I think different companies make them. But I got these two bowls. And look at the crazy inside. And y'all will not guess at what I paid for these. I paid $6 for the two of them. They had, and this was at Goodwill. I thought whoever was pricing that day obviously had no idea about antiques, because normally, you know, if they think they've got something that's an antique, they're going to put the price that it would be in an antique store. But that day, they had these two taped together for $5.99, so $6 for the two of them. I could not believe that. I already have a smaller one. Like here's the one I already have, and I have strawberries in it. And then I have like these two little mini ones, and then some more pieces down through there. But I could not believe that for $6. Okay, the next incredible find that I could not believe is this one. All right, this ironstone picture, and you see that stamp on it? Everything that I looked up showed this to be from like I can't remember if it's 1860s or 1890s is when this was out. I got it for $3.99. But the reason I think it is because this handle had been broken. See, it's glued together there, and right there, and right there. But they did a really good job of repairing it. And, you know, when I saw it, you know, it's like, okay, it's an ironstone picture. I know that's nice. But then when I saw the back, the stamp on the bottom, I was like, oh, I know that has to be one that's really old. Mellor and Company. And then when I looked it up, like I said, everything I was looking up was showing this same exact one with this shape and everything was from the 1800s. But for $3.99. Most of my things I'm showing are vintage pieces. I have a few Christmas items and a couple of things that may not be vintage, but the most part it is vintage. So then I found this little brass bucket, and it was $4.99. And I just loved the feet detail, and it would look good with some greenery in there and stuff, but I loved that. And again, it came from Goodwill. Like I said, you never know with them. Most of the time lately, they way overprice things, but then every now and then you luck up with that person who's pricing who doesn't have a clue. And I'm hoping they continue working there. But love this piece. Okay, this next piece is not vintage. And I got two of them, and it was just these, like, looks like a lion head with the thing in its mouth. I just thought it was vintage looking, and it was really cool. And it has several ways you can hang it here. Still had the tag on it. I paid $5.99 a piece for them, and I got it on the day that was senior day, so I got my 25% off of that. Originally, it was only $9.99 to start with, but, you know, I haven't seen those out. And I don't know what it is about anything with the lion's head like that. I absolutely love. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more gold or bronze rub and buff. And then just hang it on the wall somewhere on my gallery wall. Because in my living room, most of the pictures on my gallery wall now are either like a dark wood frame or a vintage antique gold like. So I thought these would go well with that. And if y'all been with me for a while, you know my love of milk glass. So I found this milk glass, and it was $4 at Goodwill. The hobnail little basket this will look perfect putting in my kitchen and putting some of my fruit or anything like that in it. I mean, it's just, you could use it anywhere. You could roll up some little hand washcloths or something in your bathroom, or a bunch of different soaps, or all kinds of uses for it. But I just love that design, the ruffle design and the hobnail. Okay, the next item is this vintage oil lamp, and it was $12, which I don't know if that's really good or bad. I don't really see them in thrift stores much, and in the antique stores I know they're a good bit more than that. But I loved the amber kind of tint to this glass, and I thought it would be really pretty during the fall and winter to use it. And I think I'm actually going to put the top, there's a local store to me that sells the kits to make this into an actual lamp. I know you can buy it on Amazon and stuff, but it just replaces this piece with an actual piece that you can screw a bulb in, but it still has it where you can put this globe and all on it. So I might do that and then put like a little flickering flame bulb in it for the fall and winter season. Love that. Okay, this piece, and it was $4.50. I just love these types of cherubs. They're more like the 80s style cherubs. But this one, whoever painted it did a really good job. And look at the wings. They've got like a glitter-like finish on them. I can't tell when I'm looking in the camera if it's really showing up. But these make me think of my grandson so much. Now his hair is a whole lot curlier. He has very kinky curly hair, like little telephone cord spirals all over. But the little sweet face just makes me think of him. And I just love these sitting around. I think they're so cute. Next is this vintage bowl. I got it for $3 because it had been damaged. But again, someone really repaired it well. But I just loved this look, the colors and everything about it. I'm going to try to put a hanger so I can just hang it on the wall like that. But I know they make those, like the disc hangers that you can put on and hold stuff. I'm going to probably try to use one of those. I have used those in the past and they've worked great. But I had one actually come off of a plate one time and it broke. And that made me kind of scared to use them again. But I think what I will do is not only use that, but also put super glue behind it. You know, because I'm not going to be able to ever use this as a bowl because, well, I mean, I guess I could, but it's broke here and it's got a lot of crazing, which means, you know, you really don't probably want to put food back in it. So I think hanging on the wall would be very pretty. And for $3, I just love it. Y'all, this color here, I can spot a mile away. It catches my eye, you know, from the other side of the store, and I'm drawn to anything with the blue-green color, especially when it gets into this mint green kind of shade. Y'all, I have a love for vintage tins, and I use them for storage or all kinds of things. I got this one for $3, and just look at the graphics on it. I just thought it was so cool. And not only can I put things in it to store it, but I can use it as a like a riser or whatever. I mean, this is not a perfect example, but like on a shelf and then put something on top of it like that, you know, or even something bigger, you know, if I needed some height on a shelf. So you got something decorative there and it gets your other piece up higher. But also a lot of times I'll put buttons in them. I have a huge collection of buttons, like pounds and pounds of buttons that were my grandmother's, they were my aunts. I mean, I've just gotten them from all kinds of places, but these make perfect containers for that as well. And did I tell you it was $3? And on the same lines with the tin, and I paid $5 for this one. And I just thought the graphics on that one was really cool as well. And again, just this one couldn't be used as a riser like it is, but for storage, it'd be perfect. And then be something cute. You could put it in your bathroom or wherever. Okay, this next piece, I had a fit over it. I paid $9 for it. And it's this big box. It looks like it's wooden. I mean, even up close, It looks like wood, but it's plastic, and it's made to where this opens that way, and then this one opens that way. You could almost use it like a bread box if that were a little bit taller, but I don't know that the bread would go in there and not be squished. I just loved it because it looked like a vintage set of drawers, and it would be perfect for just sitting on top of my cabinet in my living room as a decor piece, and then decorate on top of it, or just anywhere. But I mean, for $9, and it just, I literally could not tell it was plastic until I got down and touched it. You know, from even standing above it looking, because I mean, look, it's even got what looks like wormholes and stuff in it. But I thought that was really cool. Next is this tablecloth, and it's a very long oval shaped tablecloth. And look at the, almost like a doily around here. And then even the stitching in there was really neat. So that flat piece goes in the middle, and then you have this crocheted all around the edges. Now, it won't fit my table. I mean, it goes across my table, but mine is a square table, not an oval table. But I just loved, y'all know I love my doilies, which you're going to see here in a minute, the amount that I've bought more of. But just having that, I thought, because there is a little bit of a stain on this one, which I could probably get out. But I just thought, even if I took it apart and used this part off, I mean, you can make some curtains out of it, or any, you know, all kinds of uses for it. Or when I take pictures for my Etsy shop, I could always use it. It's like a backdrop, you know, for some of my pictures. And also, I couldn't pass it up, and it was only $3. Okay, more linens. As I mentioned with the doilies, as y'all will see, I found this one. This one was $2, and I just loved all of the detail in that. And I use the ones like this a lot of times in my bedroom, or really during the spring throughout my home, but mostly in my bedroom because I use a lot of pinks and stuff in there. So I've got that one. And the rest of these, I think, were either $1 or $2 a piece. I don't really know. I don't see the prices on them, and I bought a lot of stuff. So there was this round one that had all that cool embroidery. And there's, you know, you can use these for craft projects. I have seen people like take blue jean jackets and put the doilies on them and fancy them up. So who knows what I'm going to do with all my hundreds of doilies. And this one is like a runner, and I use these a lot, and I loved all of the embroidery on that one. And I have this square one that I love the shape of that one, and it's unusual. But y'all, I use these under all kinds of stuff. Just about, if you've watched any of my home tours, you've seen that I put these under everything. It's just, even right here beside me, you can kind of see a little bit right here. There's a big long one that goes down my bar here. Another, like that other one was round, this one is an oval one. And then I always love finding the small doilies, especially like the pinks. Love that. And in my bedroom at Christmas, I also use the pink, because I do the pink Christmas tree, and then the nutcrackers and all that. And then here's another one. Whoever made these, they must have all came from the same place, because here's a square one like that with the crewel embroidery. And then one more round one that was like that one. And then here are a couple of small, like, look at the details in this one. The tiny stuff. It's got some stains, which I'm pretty sure I could get out. But when I can find these very detailed small ones, I absolutely love it, because I'm always coming across. I'll just kind of hang them off. I'm trying to see if I got anything. I don't have, well, let's say this was a nice vintage book. Sometimes I'll drape them off the side like that and stack another book on top, just so they're there. because I love showing them. But that was another small one. And then this one. And then got a few Christmas items. Here in my kitchen at Christmas, I do not only the vintage look, I have my village in my hutch, but I also have a gingerbread theme that I do everywhere. And I love these clay houses. And so whenever I can find those, and I think I paid, you know, like $3 for this one. And it does have a light. I just took it off so it was easier to show y'all. But I love these little clay houses. So I got that one. And then I found this one was $3 as well. And it has the battery light, which I will not use. I will just, because if it doesn't have a timer on it, I'm not going to take the time to walk around and turn these things on. They either got to have a remote or a timer. But love that. And I can't remember if I shared these with y'all on another video. But here is some kissing Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus that someone painted up, and I just thought it was so sweet. And y'all know me at Christmas, I have a whole collection of these kissing Santa and Mrs. Claus figurines. All right, here is, and I paid $9.99. It's Crewel Embroidery picture. I don't know why I have this obsession with Crewel Embroidery across stitch stuff, and I guess because I know how much time it takes to do these. And I just love this one, like a little cottage with all the flowers and stuff. Haven't decided exactly where I'm going to put it yet. Maybe my hallway, maybe the living room. Haven't decided. Also this one, and it was $9.99 as well. Try to get and see. I mean, it's hard to tell, but that is Crewel Embroidery on there of all the birds. And I definitely want to put this one in my living room somewhere because that is where I put most of my bird collection. Bye.